New for you this morning, we are getting a lesson in perseverance from one Western New Yorker whose story you have to see to believe.
I want to introduce you to Greg Culver. He is really inspirational. The last 2 years, he's been dealt a really tough hand, but as 7 Eyewitness News reporter Taylor Epps found out, he's doing everything but giving up and is instead giving us a ton of Monday motivation.
Good morning from Coronaville, Springville, New York.
Making videos and sharing life updates on YouTube is how Greg Culver is getting through the pandemic.
Day 14 of quarantine.
For Culver, this past year has been one of his hardest. He's one of the millions who lost a job in 2020, and it was nearly impossible to bounce back.
I've put out over 75 applications and I've got 1 call back, and that amounted to nothing. That's when I said, well, I still have some skills. I'm going to put them to work the best way I know how.
He's an artist, so during late nights at home in Springville, he started drawing.
Somebody shared my work on Facebook, and then Bill from Identity Inc. on Elmwood got a hold of me and said, hey man, I really like your stuff. I'd like you to do cartoons of my entire staff.
Then he started making stickers of things he knew Western New Yorkers would love. And that's how Hot Wing Designs got started.
It's really given me something to focus on, other than the obvious, which is the fact that my time's probably limited here on Earth.
Right after he married his high school sweetheart in 2019, Culver was diagnosed with kidney cancer. He had surgery right away, and it was successful. But when the pandemic hit, he got a call.
I had found out that my kidney cancer had spread to my brain and my lungs, and there's another spot where the kidney was.
And now at 51 years old, he's not sure how much time he has left.
My scenario doesn't lend itself well to living past 5 years.
So he uses these YouTube videos to keep people updated on his health.
A couple appointments at Roswell this week.
Hundreds of people tune in and watch.
It's been huge, the support, people saying, oh, I can't wait for your next video.
I really hope this isn't one of the last ones.
Sometimes in videos I cry, sometimes I laugh. It depends on the day.
These days, every minute is about appreciating life for Culver.
But to be honest with you, I am the luckiest man on earth because there are so many people out there that are so sick and suffering way more than I am.
You have all these things going on in your life that would just beat a person down, but you're still going. What is that keeps you going?
My family, my wife and my daughter. I try to be as strong as I can. I don't want them to have to suffer as much as I am.
So he keeps going, and he'll keep making art. He'll keep making videos until he reaches his goal.
The thing I really look forward to is one day ringing that bell at Roswell and saying goodbye to cancer.
There is nothing we'd like to see more than that. My goodness. Taylor, joining us this morning from home. Taylor, tell us what is coming up next for Greg.
So right now he's doing immunotherapy at Roswell, where he's getting treatment and tests every week. But other than that, he's still just looking for adventure with his family and running his business, making those designs and merchandise. And we have a link up on our website right now if you're interested in checking out his Hot Wing Designs. And when I was talking to Greg, I asked him if he had any advice for anyone else out there who might be struggling right now. And he says to make a list, write down the top 5 most important things to you, and focus on that. For now, I'm live from home. Taylor Epps, 7 Eyewitness News.
What great advice. Write that list down. It's kind of like that bucket list thing. 5 things to accomplish, 5 things that you're grateful for, whatever it is. Make that list and kind of check it off to make sure that you're...
The heartstrings are being pulled this morning a little bit.
It's so interesting. She totally caught me off guard. I'm thinking like, okay, here we are, we're talking about his business. And I'm like,
cool business, right.
Exactly. Like it came out of an idea and, of course, everyone's facing that same kind of adversity this year through the pandemic, but he turned that into a triumph. But here we are. I mean, he's facing such struggle, but is doing it with such grace and dignity. To stay strong for his family, you got to love that.
Absolutely. One of those people who is an inspiration to us all, Aaron.